Take a look at this map. It's probably the one you grew up with in school, the one you see in news reports and online. Now, I want you to do something radical. Stop believing it. Because this map, the one that has shaped our collective understanding of the world for centuries, is telling you a massive lie. It's a distortion so profound it has altered our perception of entire continents, cultures, and the very balance of global power. The truth of our planet's geography is far more surprising and complex than this familiar image suggests. And the biggest victim of this cartographic deception is Africa. Africa is way bigger than you think, not just a little bigger. Mind-bogglingly, titanically bigger. The map on your wall has been shrinking it, while simultaneously inflating the land masses of the northern hemisphere. Let's focus on the most glaring example of this distortion: the showdown between Greenland and Africa. On most maps, Greenland appears as a colossal ice-covered giant, looking almost as large as the entire African continent. Our eyes see two comparable landmasses, but this is a pure optical illusion. The reality is staggering. Africa is actually 14 times larger than Greenland. Let me repeat that, 14 times. Greenland covers about 2.1 million square kilometers, while Africa spans over 30 million square kilometers. The map is not just slightly off, it's presenting a geographical fantasy. To truly grasp the sheer scale of Africa, consider this. You can fit the entirety of China, a nation of 1.4 billion people, inside Africa. You can also fit the entire United States, another continental giant, and you're still just getting started. You can then add all of India. After that, you can take most of Western Europe, Spain, France, Germany, Italy, the United Kingdom, and place them inside as well. And even after all of that, after swallowing some of the world's largest and most populous nations, you would still have space left over. That is the true colossal scale of Africa. So why the deception? The culprit is a 500-year-old design called the Mercator projection, created in 1569 by the Flemish cartographer Gerardus Mercator. But he wasn't trying to lie. He was trying to solve a problem for sailors. His map was a genius navigational tool because it preserved angles, allowing mariners to plot a course with a straight line. For crossing oceans in the age of discovery, it was revolutionary. The problem is that you cannot represent the surface of a 3D sphere on a 2D plane without some kind of distortion. Think of it like trying to flatten an orange peel. It's impossible to do it without stretching or tearing it. The Mercator projection tears the globe and stretches the pieces to fit into a neat rectangle. The further you get from the equator and closer to the poles, the more extreme that stretching becomes. This means countries near the equator, like those in Africa and South America, are visually compressed and shrunk. Meanwhile, land masses in the north, like Europe, Russia, Canada, and of course Greenland, are massively inflated. The navigational tool for sailors accidentally became the default map for classrooms and newsrooms, creating a subtle but powerful psychological bias. It visually reinforces a world where northern, historically colonial powers appear larger, and therefore more significant, than the nations of the global south. So next time you see Greenland towering over Africa, remember the real world is different. This isn't just about land area. It's about appreciating the immense diversity contained within that space. Africa isn't a single place. It is home to the world's largest hot desert and its second largest rainforest. It has vast savannas, towering mountains, and over 1.4 billion people living in 54 countries, speaking thousands of different languages. Africa is the true giant. Maps are not reality. They are representations, and every representation has a purpose and a point of view. The world is not as it appears on that old classroom wall. Maps can lie, now you know.